Hello, it's been a long time since my last YouTube video, so I thought I'd just ease myself back into the routine of trying to film them more regularly, as I always say, which hopefully I'll actually be able to get around to this time. But I'm going to ease myself back into it by doing a little what's in my daily makeup bag little video. Basically the reason I'm going to do this is normally I have quite a few beauty products and stuff on the go, and I kind of have in my bathroom a basket which I use for all my day-to-day stuff, which tends to kind of accumulate more and more every now and then I sort of go, yeah, it's getting too full, clear it all out. But at the moment I'm back doing Barry's Bootcamp, the academy, which I've blogged about before, which is a monthly, well I say monthly, it's like every day, Monday to Friday routine of going to the gym in the morning, and it's a bright and early thing, so I need to be quite organised for it, so I have to go straight to work afterwards. So for that it kind of forces me to have a kind of compact makeup bag of favourites that I use every day. I used to, last time I did it, I kind of picked out ones that maybe weren't my favourites, but I wanted to use them because I wasn't that bothered if they got damaged or lost. But this time around I'm actually using ones that I'm really liking, because I thought life's kind of too short to use ones that you don't like just for the sake of that. At the end of the day it's only makeup. So what I decided to do was kind of pick out all my absolute favourites at the moment and use them, and I'm actually really liking it, and it also makes getting ready a lot quicker because there's no umming and ahhing over which products to use or anything. It's just pure favourites, get in there, use your blusher, your whatever you like. So starting with primer, this is a Smashbox one which I'm absolutely loving. It's the Photo Finish Hydrating Primer. I really like this on top of a moisturiser because my skin, particularly around my cheeks and under eye area, do tend to get quite dry, but this really helps counteract that. It's also really good for during the day. If my skin is getting a bit dry, I just put a tiny bit on and just sort of dab it onto any dry areas, and it really freshens things up, which I really like. So if you've got dry skin, really recommend the Smashbox Hydrating Primer. Then I've been following the foundation with the new Bourjois Happy Light, which is as good as everyone says. It's absolutely wonderful. If you really like a natural finish and quite a light feeling foundation, then I totally recommend this. It's really nice. I've been applying it with my much loved Real Techniques brush, the buffing brush, which is starting to look a little bit worn around the edges now because I use it pretty much every day and wash it every week, so it kind of ends up looking well loved, but that's fine. I've actually had, I've had this for probably a couple of years now and it's still lasting pretty well, so I'm impressed. If you're ever looking for a foundation brush, I can't recommend these ones highly enough. One pump of this covers the whole face. I'm currently using shade 51, which is Vanilla Rose. I think it's a pretty good colour match. I'm wearing it at the moment, so hopefully it doesn't look too bad. But yeah, if you like a radiant but not shiny, light, not heavy feeling at all foundation, really like this one. For a concealer, I've been using Ole Henriksen Perfect Truth CC Eye Cream, which said it's a CC for under the eyes. Don't really know about that. I'm still a little bit on the fence on the whole BB CC versus tint and moisturiser thing. But basically it promises youth defending eye corrector with 5 sources of vitamin C and ferulic acid. It says it's going to illuminate, perfect and protect. I've been using shade Natural, which I actually thought when I first looked at it was a bit dark, but it's kind of got enough of a peachiness to it, so it's actually really good for under the eyes. So I've actually really enjoyed using this one. I've only been using a tiny amount, like less than the size of a pea, sort of a really small amount, just dab it on my fingers and blend in under the eyes, and it makes it really nice. It does smooth things out, it is nice and hydrating, which again is kind of my main concern under the eyes, is making things actually hydrating as much as they are covering. And that's really good. For the brows, I've been paying more attention to my brows recently than I usually do. So I've been using a bit of a trio of products for them. So I've been using one which has popped up in lots of my Face of the Day product blog posts recently, which is Cement Eyeshadow by Bobbi Brown. It's just a matte kind of grey brown kind of shade. Simple as that really. I mean, like, considering I use this every day, you can see like there's barely even a dent. I mean, there is a bit of a dent in it, but it's lasting amazingly well, which is fantastic. I apply that using, I'm using this at the moment. I was using a Bobbi Brown one, but I've actually, for more portable brush, I've been using this Lizelle applicator, because it's got the brush on one end to kind of smooth things into place, and then it's got the angled shadow applicator thing at the other end to kind of add the colour. So I'm using those in combination. But before I do any of that, I've been loving the by Terry Eyebrow Mascara in the shade Highlight Blonde, which is about right. It's one that, again, I've blogged about it, so you can read something over there, and I'll pop the link below. But it's basically a really, really fine brush, and it's basically just really easy to kind of instantly wipe them into place. I guess, like, it puts a little bit of colour in, but it doesn't fill in the gaps, and it just means that I've got less work to do essentially when I'm filling in the bits with the powder. So I tend to do that first, this one, and then just fill in the extras with the Bobbi Brown. Following all that, I'm trying to think sort of the order I apply things rather than the order I'm pulling them out of the bag. Following that, I suppose, well, finishing foundation, I've been using Benefit Hello Flawless, which I really, really like as a powder. It's really, really fine, and it just sets things without looking cakey at all, which is really nice. And it offers just enough coverage, so actually sometimes if I'm having a lazy day, I'll just put this on and that's absolutely fine. The shade I've been using is I'm Cute as a Bunny, Honey. Very cute names as always. Probably, again, probably a little bit dark, I don't know. I like it. It's probably a bit too dark for me, but nah, never mind. Blusher wise is another one that I blogged about recently from the it's the MAC Christmas collection. It is this one, which is called Lured to Love, and it's from their Christmas collection. And it's basically just a sheeny, peachy, pinky colour. It's a mineralised blush, so it kind of has that bit of a glow to it, which again I'm wearing now, so it's kind of, I guess, a cross between a really subtle highlighter and a blusher, because it is quite a pale colour, but absolutely love this. When it comes to mascara, I have been doubling up. This one again is looking a bit well loved now because I've had it in my bag for a while, but it's the Bobbi Brown Intensifying Long Wear Mascara, which I use on the bottom lashes at the moment because it's got a really, really small brush, which I like. On the lashes, I've been using this, which is the new Clarins Be Long Mascara, which has got, it's quite a small brush, but it's got like the plastic bristles, which normally I don't really like because I do have a tendency to kind of poke myself in the eye with them, which probably makes me sound massively clumsy, but I have been using this one recently and I do really like the finish. Again, I've got it on at the moment. That's the new Clarins Be Long Mascara, which I just dug the box out to check the name of it, and it's just in Intense Black. But I just find it's really good for kind of really quick, long, dramatic lashes. That is pretty... oh no, hang on, I was almost forgetting something. Another Clarins one. This is the only product that I have two of, I guess, in the bag, so I can choose which colour I feel like wearing. But it's basically the two Clarins Crayon Kohl's. And I have the two shades Platinum and Taupe that I have both in the bag at the moment. I am wearing the Taupe one at the moment under the lower lashes, just for a little bit of definition, I suppose. But I've probably been using the Platinum one on a daily basis more often. But they're both really, really nice. They've got the double-ended thing, so they've got the sort of pencil one end and then the little brush on the other. Don't really tend to use the little brush, to be honest, unless if I use it sometimes on the top, across the top lashes, I can kind of blend it to kind of create a bit more of a shadow effect rather than liner. But yeah, both of those really, really nice. That is it, basically. The only addition, I suppose, that varies is the lipstick. So again, I've actually recently been using Flair for Finery, which is this one from, again, the MAC Christmas collection. A kind of really, really pale pink, which isn't my normal sort of colour. It's one that reminds me of, and anybody from the sort of blogging days years ago, I suppose, will remember Gosh Darling. So yeah, Gosh is really, really pale nude pink that everyone went a bit mad for, and it kind of has that slightly concealer lips effect to it, but I actually quite like it, which is rare. I'm not wearing this one at the moment, I'm wearing another MAC lipstick. I'm wearing Lovelorn at the moment, which is a slightly more pinky colour. But that's the one that's been sort of in my bag, but I'm probably going to switch this one out for either Lovelorn or Cut to Caper for the next week or so. The other thing I have to say I really like about doing the gym thing each week is that sort of each Sunday night, I suppose, I repack the bag, redo it, and then I can kind of refresh my makeup, which kind of forces me to do the whole shop your stash thing a bit more, and kind of pick out new stuff to try, which is really cool, because I do love that, because you kind of often neglect things that are sort of actually really loved in your collection because you've got something new to play with or whatever. But looking back, actually you can find a whole new wealth of stuff that maybe you haven't played with as much as you should have done. So that is it. That is the contents of my current little makeup bag. The bag, by the way, is randomly, it's an Estee Lauder one that was just one of these gift of purchase kind of bags, but it was a nice size. Does the job. So there we go. But there you go, that's a little video from me for first one in a far too long a time, so sorry for the few of you out there that have been bothered. I am going to try and do more videos. I do really want to, because I do really enjoy doing it, but I do tend to have that moment where I think, right, I'm going to film a video, and then just sit there and go completely and utterly blank and have no idea what I want to talk about. Yet as soon as the film starts going I can chat away for hours, which is a bit silly really, but yeah, I am hoping to do more videos. It would be really good to, but again, if you've got any suggestions of things you would be interested to see, anything a bit different, that'd be fine. I'm going to keep trying to come up with ideas, and hopefully through November, December and into January I can start to film a little bit more and get a bit more practice around the whole YouTube thing. Thanks very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please feel free to subscribe, that'd be lovely, and I'll hopefully see you again soon. Bye!